You touched on it in the previous segment, but I wanted to get your reaction to Snoop Dogg, who's often been referred to, and he kind of plays into it too, that he's the king of the West Coast or whatever. Um, he came out, I guess he's on tour somewhere or something, and he did a video on Instagram and said, a quote was, "K. Dot, you are the king of the West."
And K Dot, you are the king of the West. That's the kind of shit kings do. We unite.
That's the kind of stuff kings do. We unite. What's your reaction to him seemingly trying to pass that moniker on to Kendrick? And do you agree or disagree?
Well, if he's passing it on, he could do that. In his mind, he could say something like that. I'm sure Ice Cube would maybe have a different take. I'm sure Tupac fans still would have maybe a different take. But more importantly, E40 may have some say to be involved in that. Then they just have the Mount Westmore, uh, to call themselves the Mount Westmore song that the four guys from the West. I don't remember seeing Kendrick on Mount Westmore, but now they gonna pass the torch because of one hit. Okay, but can Snoop say that? I guess you can be a retired king. I don't know of any retired kings. Usually, you're not the king anymore when you get dethroned. So if Snoop is passing it, then that would make sense. But from one hit, I'm not ready to crown Kendrick Lamar the king of the West Coast yet. He does have 2024 Song of the Year. I won't take that from him. But I think Snoop, y'all know Snoop. If anybody don't know Snoop, Snoop would be politically correct. I think he's over there in Canada right now. And that's where him and Daz and DJ Quick and now. The reason why they wasn't at that particular show. I even think that's why uh, they haven't said anything. I would love to know from our Canadian friends that goes to that particular tour if they got the guts to have their DJ play that song. They not like us at the in the arena in Canada where they tour. I bet you they won't. I bet you they won't show no support like that. But I get it. A lot of people, there's been a lot of chatter to why the game wasn't there. I believe the game is making a business decision. Number one, well, y'all know Game pushed that gang line in LA. He's one of the ones, him and YG, in my opinion, are Slim 40. Um, and Chris Brown, they pushed the gang car, especially on the red side. And y'all just don't understand, man. Kendrick Lamar is a backpacker. He's a geek, for lack of a smart geek, very intelligent. But shit, geeks, in my opinion, I tell you all the time, those eventually are our bosses. But he never pushed that game card. He distanced himself from TDE. He just jumped back with TDE. He used to have 4 labels on the back of his album. He did a way where he distanced himself from everybody, where it's just now him and Interscope. He got rid of Dr. Dre, he got rid of TDE, and whoever that production company on the back of his albums. Y'all research it, look it up. I know y'all don't know because y'all don't catch stuff like that. The point is, Kendrick is going to distance himself real quick away from this stuff. I know y'all try to think. I think it was just a coincidence. I don't believe him trying to purposely dress like Tupac. At that particular show, I don't buy that. For those of y'all that didn't catch it or notice, when he was doing that slow motion stuff, he was dissing and mimicking what Drake does at his particular shows. For y'all was wondering what he was doing, it did look nice. I do agree with y'all on that. But that would be my take. Snoop said things to fit his narrative at that time. But y'all can't agree with me that here's the numbers, y'all. Here's the numbers. Kendrick has only sold 8 million records, y'all. 8 million records prior to this song. And so we're gonna make that the king. We're gonna make that the king of the West Coast. I think Cube. I think E40. I know Too Short been going for a while. I even think DJ Quick will have some say for crowning Kendrick the king so far. King of 2024, yes, but the king, I got a problem with. And I think for those of y'all that are hating on Game and all of that, think he made a smart decision because he has a relationship with Drizzy and with Drake. And we see how sensitive Drake is, where he's unfollowing motherfuckers like I'm he is so mad at LeBron James and people like that. It is crazy. So, and I think Drake is just, I mean, or Game is just sitting back and waiting and say, okay, let me see how this go. And I would caution and tell people to do that because Drake has 34, 35 million records sold. Y'all don't know. I don't know if y'all notice. But y'all better check out what Drake is doing right now. I don't know if y'all caught it, if y'all noticed, but his sales from this little beef has went over the top. He is still selling like crazy his other catalog. And so that's why I always tell y'all, and I have always said, you know, little motherfuckers, you don't reach back for. Because you bring them up and all of that. Drake is one that's benefiting, so I might have to rethink that because his arguing with somebody that's only sold 8 million records, and he got 30 million records, making his record sales go up. I heard that they done double, and his streams done passed what Kendrick Lamar on that one particular song. His diss songs has surpassed Kendrick, which I can't believe how, because I don't know anybody that haven't heard that song. They not like us or walking around saying that. I'm telling y'all, that's going to be the summer anthem of 2024. But
yeah, Reggie, what it's saying is from the research I did is they were tracking how many streams on Spotify per day the artists were getting between the two, and Kendrick was getting more streams per day for a while. But now Drake has taken back over. So Drake is getting 47 million streams per day to Kendrick's 46.4 million streams.
So he barely beat them.
Yeah, and out of that 46 million, 20.5 million of Kendrick's are Drake diss songs.
Yeah. So, hey, I think him, especially him not putting out any songs recently or any new ones, Kendrick's success is a payday for Drake, what it appears, according to John Numbers and what he's saying and researching as well. So that would be my take to what's going on. Is Kendrick the king of the West? I don't think yet, but is he the king of the West for 2024? Hell motherfucking yes. And I don't think nothing going to be able to top that particular song this year. But my caution, my word to everybody is, y'all got to watch Kendrick. Y'all got to remember, he's not built like that. Kendrick will disappear on y'all. And Top Dog know. Top Dog know the issues he's been having with Kendrick prior to this beef. But, hey, Reggie don't know this business. But this monitor Kendrick, he's not built like the gang mentalities, like it's been portrayed out there. Kendrick is a backpacker.